Greetings from WindClan! Today is day 4 of Harestar's week. The scene that my sister Rachel's going to be drawing today is of Harespring taking the medicine cats to WindClan to give them the Lungwort that they need to save Rowanstar and ShadowClan. The only sketchy thing is that he's doing this against Onestar's wishes. So him and Kestrelflight could get into big trouble for going behind their leader's back and doing this. But if it saves ShadowClan and helps out poor little Puddleshine, it's worth the risk, right? I'll read this scene to you now. It's on pages 329 through 332 of Thunder and Shadow.
Puddleshine hurried at their heels. What's happening?
Kestrelflight was already jumping down the steep rocks after Harespring. WindClan cats' pelts were spiked. All their paws smelt fear scent. They were scared. What of? Heart quickening anxiously, he scrambled down after them, relieved when they reached a flatter part of the stream. It was Harespring's idea, Kestrelflight told him as he caught up to the WindClan medicine cat. He insisted on being the only warrior to escort me tonight, and told me about it on the way. I wasn't sure. That's why I had to ask StarClan. Alderpaw's thoughts swam. What was Kestrelflight talking about? The WindClan cat glanced over his shoulder towards the other medicine cats. Hurry! He beckoned them with a flick of his tail and hurried after Harespring. Where are we going? Alderpaw fought for breath as he raced to keep up with the WindClan cats. To the moor! Kestrelflight nodded to where the heather-covered slopes reached down to the stream. Harespring was already crossing the border into WindClan territory. As Kestrelflight followed him, Alderpaw hesitated on the scent line. Onestar won't want us on his territory. Leafpool and Puddleshine caught up to them. They blinked at Kestrelflight and Harespring, puzzled. The WindClan cats had stopped, and were staring at them expectantly. Follow me! The wind whipped Harespring's call towards them. But hurry! We have to be quick! We're going to show you where the Lungwort is, Kestrelflight told them. You can gather as much as you want. What about Onestar? Alderpaw stared at him. Onestar doesn't know. Harespring flicked his tail impatiently. He can't know. He was wrong to let cats die. The rogues harmed us, not ShadowClan. ShadowClan should not have to pay for other cats' cruelty. Jayfeather, Mothwing, and Willowshine reached the border. What's going on? Jayfeather puffed. Harespring and Kestrelflight are going to let us gather Lungwort. It was Harespring's idea. Alderpaw nodded towards the WindClan deputy, impressed by his compassion and sense of duty to the clans beyond his borders. His pelt bristled with excitement, but as he gazed across the heather-pelted slope, fear hollowed his belly. What if a WindClan patrol found them? He pushed the thought away. Who cares? ShadowClan needed the herb, and StarClan had given his permission. Puddleshine had already crossed the scent line and was following Harespring, who was weaving between the heather bushes. Alderpaw hurried after them, Kestrelflight at his side. Is it far? It's just over the next rise, Kestrelflight purred. The chill that comes before dawn was seeping through the forest, spreading deep into Alderpaw's bones by the time he'd reached ThunderClan's camp. Leafpool carried the Lungwort she'd gathered to the medicine cat den, nodding goodnight to Alderpaw as she went. Jayfeather paused in the empty clearing. Around them, gentle snores sounded from the shadowy dens. Puddleshine still has a long night ahead of him, he mewed softly to Alderpaw. I wish I could have gone with him to give the herbs to the sick cats. Alderpaw's heart ached with the hope that Puddleshine had gathered the herbs soon enough to save his clanmates. There's been enough sneaking around tonight, Jayfeather murmured. I hope Harespring and Kestrelflight don't get into trouble. Alderpaw fluffed out his fur against the chill. Hopefully Onestar won't find out, Jayfeather meowed. But if he does, he'd be mouse-brained to turn on his deputy and medicine cat. He'll need their support, especially if he's being as unreasonable with his clanmates as he is with the rest of us. At least we may have saved some lives tonight, and we'll have our own stock of the herb, in case the sickness ever reaches our forest. Wow, Harespring is actually stepping up and being a good and helpful guy. That's refreshing to see from WindClan. They've been so hostile lately. I'd love to hear in the comments section down below what you think of Harespring's kindness in helping out the medicine cats. Let me know down below. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's drawing and theory. Make sure to check out the video on the side of our last speed paint. And click that subscribe button and little bell icon so that you can always be notified when we upload, so that you can be part of #EarlyClan. Down below in the description will be links to our eBay and Etsy stores, where cool merch items are available for purchase. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you soon for the next speed paint. Bye-bye!